And we're live! Welcome everybody to the behemoth of an update that we're releasing today. We're gonna start looking through all the things we have for you, which is gonna be a lot, so we're gonna switch our wonderful partners here. We're gonna start with Jujurat and show you Kolguyev. What is Kolguyev?
It's a big island that's very fun. You should try it because it's free.
That is true. It is a free new terrain. Is it bigger than Ireland?
Bigger than Ireland, yeah, for sure. It's about only slightly smaller than Everon in total land mass, so it's pretty big.
Yeah, let's fly around, have a look at it.
Yeah.
Is it something completely new, or did we have it before?
Kolguyev?
Yes.
It was in the original Operation Flashpoint, but now we've completely remade it, essentially. Remastered it for this next generation of consoles, so much better than what it was in Flashpoint.
So if you played Flashpoint, you will recognize it?
Yeah, well, for sure. There are plenty of places on Kolguyev that we've been pretty precise with remaking the almost exact layouts of things. Like, for example, Guba's Villa up here. It's not exactly one-to-one, but it definitely enhanced, because in Flashpoint it was just one building, but that also was decades ago, so even stuff like this harbor, same stuff. It's very, we paid a lot of attention at making it memorable for people that played it before.
Amazing! But maybe introduce yourself a little bit. Aren't you from the community?
Yes, I was originally from the community.
So, how did the story happen?
The story?
Who enslaved you to actually work for us?
I don't know. A strange man called me and told me I need to move here and work on the game. So I said okay, and that was it. And they put me on a plane, and coach.
And you were stuck there ever since?
Yeah.
And the balaclava is protecting you against the assassins, or making sure that we're not distracted from the beauty of the island?
Steam reviewers. Against Steam reviewers.
All right. So, what did you do when you were a community member? Did you make mods?
Yeah, I made terrains, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What is the difference between making the terrain when nobody tells you what to do and making Kolguyev when you have an assignment and some official guidelines?
I don't know. For me, it's pretty similar, because like even community terrains, I think, always have like a goal. Like people want to make something out of a community terrain, and it's no different.
What was the goal with Kolguyev?
Oh, honestly, we just wanted to... I hate to say this because I don't want to, like, set the precedent, but I always try to raise the bar in some way. So we wanted to make sure that, you know, there's always some innovation or something. You know, we wanted to bring the autumn environment, show everybody that we could do it.
Show some of the autumn.
I mean, there's so much to see. I mean, of course, there are plenty of little Easter eggs I guess I could show as well. There's a nice scene up here that I composed. Since we had a great collaboration with the guys from Stalker, they lended us some great assets. I made this little scene, I remember, in half an hour on a Tuesday or something. Just felt very inspired that day. It's quite scenic. It's nice. And there's plenty of this all over the autumn environment.
Don't show everything. Let them find it.
Of course. Of course.
What did we do to make the terrain more autumn-like?
Let's just look at the trees. I mean, everything was pretty much hand sort of tweaked in a way. I mean, everything from the grass to the weather states. The ocean was slightly changed to give the terrain a different feel. The trees, the entire generators were made. So for modders, there's a lot of content that you can now use that we've prepared for Kolguyev that is good. Or Kolguyev is what I call it. So I prefer to call it Kolguyev, because you know what? Everybody in the community, I've noticed, I've watched 50 videos. There's lots of, we need like an official video on how to pronounce the terrain name. And I know the big man, the boss man really is passionate about the spelling of the island, and I think we also need a lesson on how to pronounce it. But I call it Kolguyev.
That is not the official way to pronounce it, dear community.
Internally, you get bonus points, brownie points with environment guys if you call it Kolguyev.
Perfect.
I'll give you thumbs up in the community, Discord. So.
Oh yeah. He's officially committing to give thumbs up to everybody who spells it that way.
Kolguyev. Yeah. Yes, somebody's already wrote it.
Perfect.
That's Kolguyev. That's not Cool Guy Jeff. Different spelling.
Yeah, they'll get there. All right, show us maybe some of your favorite locations around Kolguyev.
Oh, I mean,
Some locations showed up in the trailer that were really interesting.
really. I mean, honestly, there's plenty of really nice ones that I didn't make, which are my favorite, of course, because I guess as an artist, you're your worst critic. So I prefer to look at stuff other people made.
Sure, show us everything.
But, for example, I'm sure most people that watched the Kolguyev teaser for saw Jan and Ivan Bukta, and Jan made this area. It's just like Minerali Harbor. So it's a very, very bleak place. It's just completely ruined ecologically and destroyed, and nasty puddle stuff everywhere. It's quite nice. I like anything that's dirty and bleak, so this stuff is great for me.
Is this something that sets this terrain apart from everyone in Ireland, apart from autumn environment?
Yeah, for sure. I think while they both are very beautiful terrains, I think this definitely is a different sort of vibe, and everybody, I think, has known that well. So
Show us some more of the bleakness, but in the architecture maybe.
oh, okay. That's quite easy to do, because there's plenty of new assets on Kolguyev, and a lot of them are Soviet in flavor, and Soviet has a tendency to be very brutalistic. And for example, there's
Feels like we're missing rain, you know? Like it's too sunny for this architecture.
I know, but honestly, I mean, the architecture is bleak enough, and it's a lot easier to show the sun.
Mm-hmm.
Even, for example, we have plenty of new apartment buildings in Kamensk, and even in Ugolar. They're quite hotbeds for all sorts of combat scenarios. I've watched a couple of videos already, and it's pretty intense when you're in these buildings and just machine gunning room to room. It's pretty awesome, I think. So they're great.
I can see some flavor.
Yeah,
Art.
there's plenty of flavor arts littered all over the place. I mean, I think we really tried hard to just put detail in every nook and cranny of the island to keep it memorable.
When you were like playing experimental, did you notice some kind of new gameplay that originates from this terrain? Because in some ways it's a bit more bare.
I think this terrain was a great prototype for something that's more suitable for long-range engagements. I think people want to have, a bit of a different thing. Everon has a tendency to kind of really push people together, and Kolguyev kind of breathes differently, where it lets people just sit on a hillside somewhere and really have those longer distance engagements that the game didn't have before, in my opinion. So it's a great welcome change. I think it's changed of course, with new game modes that we'll talk about later, I'm assuming. So
Yeah. Don't spoil that yet.
yeah, sorry.
But maybe let's have a look at the mountain peak and see what you can overview from the top of the island.
You can
Oh,
see,
it's nice and prolonged as well.
You can see pretty much just about everything.
Oh yeah, and maybe you can show us the hot springs.
The hot springs.
That's something really cool that we've never had before.
Yeah, they're quite nice. Don't go in them; it's a bad idea. So I just would recommend.
Well, if you go into them, you should accept the consequences of this.
True.
Yeah, dive right in. Is it true that in the changelog we had the configuration that the game render distance got changed from 5K to 12K?
I can't confirm or deny.
Sure. Okay. So then let's have a look maybe at Guba's village a little more, because I think that's one of those classical
Yeah, for sure.
places that a lot of our long-standing veterans will really recognize.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
What people who saw the original game will feel nostalgic about in here?
well, I don't want to spoil everything, but
Okay.
if people play the original Flashpoint campaign, they will know all about the dentist, and we put plenty of stuff in here for the dentist, and it's quite entertaining. But they should. I think overall, people that played the Flashpoint will really instantly recognize this entire building, because this was like the design of the original building, and it's just been remastered in a really good way. So
Yeah, and there are, I think, some notes to the original story
Yeah,
as
yeah,
well.
of
So
course,
play
yeah.
Operation Omega as well, but we're gonna talk about it a little later.
Yeah.
Any other hidden gems? Maybe some terrain element that you would not come by if you would just have general fighting. You know, something off the beaten path.
I mean, we have them all over the place. It's difficult just to like give you one. There are even some. Okay, I will share this. I really wanted this to be like a community sort of found thing, but there are more than one, so I will just give it out. But
Okay, it's
across,
exclusive content.
not really. Some people have found them, and I was quite happy that they use them. But scattered across Kolguyev, there are multiple of these very subtle hidden roads, and they are pretty much shortcuts that can take you through large parts of the terrain that are otherwise a bit difficult to navigate, especially in these mountainous areas. So it's just one of them, but there are multiple, and they're quite useful, especially if you're looking to get the upper hand and not be on the map. You know, well, it's pretty cool, I think.
Have you had some memorable play sessions on Kolguyev?
Many internally.
Tell us some story from internal playtest.
There was one time I tried to land a helicopter in Kamensk after like a 2-hour playtest, and I killed everybody because I just immediately clipped this apartment building because the helicopter was too big. So it was pretty entertaining. I mean, you name it. It was pretty fun. I've had a lot of good moments. So.
All right. Well, how does it feel to play test it internally versus how you experience the game and life environment in your experience?
Uh, live environment is it's a bit like watching like an ant colony or something, because you get to see everybody interpret your work in a different way. So like, I guess when it's just us internally, everybody kind of like has an expectation or sort of already understands what is trying to be done. But when you are watching somebody play it and just in public, it's very different because they react to it in a different way, and you start to see different angles that everybody sees with your work. So it's quite nice.
All right. Then maybe before we move on to the next section, show one last location
Okay.
that is worth for people who tune in today to see. What should people who pay attention know first?
About
Maybe some
Poland?
strategic location or the most beautiful place for them to invite their date to watch sunsets.
Well, I'd always recommend the top of the mountain for that, but I think strategically, from like gameplay's like perspective, if the quicker you get Bovmont and Sumont, the quicker you can get the mountain, in my opinion. And I've seen a pretty good tactic, but it's very hard to take. And I read and saw some videos of people trying to take this mountain, and it's quite entertaining to watch. Just people get shot and roll all the way down the mountain. It's pretty funny. They just go down like bowling balls. So pretty good.
Awesome. All right. Any questions from community on the island? Do you guys have something to ask to Jujurat before we move on? No, I don't think so. All right.
Tremendous.
Yes. Explained perfectly. You are handsome.
Thank you, Bob Murphy.
Why there is no statue of Klamac?
Well, I don't want to get into that right now.
Maybe he's the reason why this person is wearing a balaclava, you know?
Yeah, he's one of the reasons.
Yes.
No, we love Klamach. It's okay, but statue worthy? I don't know. You might be pushing it.
When Klamac earns himself a statue, we'll definitely make it.
They told me that about reforger patches. They wouldn't give me one for like weeks. He's like, you gotta earn it.
Oh my god. Did you earn it by now?
Yeah.
Okay, so you had to release Kolguyev first.
Yeah, that was the agreement.
I see. Fair enough. All right. We are lucky to have you. Thanks, community. And let's move on to our next guest. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, that's right, John Arma.
All right, and we are back, and we are here with Tholdrin, a designer from Brno. How did you join Arma team?
We were originally doing a different project, and when we were done with it, the leadership had some plan what we could do, but they were like, "And what would you do?"
Mm-hmm.
And we were like, there is this little thing in the Reforger that was like in the documents, and we would really want to bring that to light. And so we proposed a bit upgraded, extended version of HQ Commander.
What is that? Tell to people who don't know anything about it.
Right, it's a new mode. It's more akin to the Conflict 2.0.
Mm-hmm. So
And-
multiplayer game mode.
Yeah, it's essentially the classic Conflict, the multiplayer, Soviets versus NATO.
Mm-hmm.
But we've tried to bring it all together, and we try to edit some new things, like for example, someone who tries to herd the cats.
Who's that?
That would be the commander. One player for each side, for each faction, can now become a commander to try and organize and actually give some plans and structure to what's happening in the field.
Sounds amazing. You know, community, go play and you will know what I'm dealing with on a daily basis. Herding cats is exactly the word. Let's get into it. Show us how it's done.
Right. So. Let's go back. And scenario.
Yes, we're gonna jump into HQC on Kolguyev, of course.
Where else? It is available for all the maps.
Mm-hmm. But today we're gonna focus on the new stuff.
I mean, the old maps got a little bit of refurbishing too, with from the perspective of scenarios. So there were some changes too.
So now you're gonna jump in as a single player, basically.
Yes.
So what's gonna happen with the other side? Will the other side will have a commander as well? Will it be AI? How does it work?
When there is no human commander, by default it's being led by an AI commander. But the AI commander is fairly passive. He essentially lets people do their thing. And there's this wonderful little thing that every squad leader can do. And that is use request. That's for communication with a commander. And while a human commander can say yes, no, the AI commander has no such qualms. He thinks that you know better because you're in the field. So he just lets you plant it wherever you want. This one was request for building a base, which is one of the new things that you can do. You can, if you notice, the map is very empty compared to the
Classical conflict?
old conflict where you had bases every few hundred meters.
So we're not gonna have predefined bases anymore.
No,
You can build a base anywhere.
nearly. It can be too close to the few places that are remaining. For example, the capture points. And a bit of a new thing, which are supply bases, where you can get your supplies.
Can you get supplies only from the bases now?
Yes.
Is it only harbors or some other places as well?
Yes, also airports. But generally it's all the harbors, piers, and things like that. They are if you notice. They're specifically marked. They have a little different icon in the NATO system. And yeah, they are infrastructure. You can't build things in them. It's this little hybrid between the old supply depots and a base. You can capture it, and yeah, there are supplies coming in. The few things about it also changed. It's not a matter of like every few seconds a little bit. It's shipments. So it's also about knowing and planning strategically, because if there is not enough capacity in the base, the next shipment just doesn't come because it's nowhere to put it.
Oh, that makes sense. So you made it more authentic.
Yes, one of the big things we wanted to do is bring the logistics to be more interactive, because right now or not right now, in the old one, the supplies were generating on bases, and people could help out by running logistics and moving supplies from where they don't need them to place where they do need them. Now it's no longer about just optimization, it is a necessity. So there is more ways to interact with the system for both sides. So right now, you can starve out the base. They can be completely dug in. There can be a bunch of people protecting it. You can't get in. All right, but you can set up blockade so the supplies don't come in. So every loss they suffer is permanent because they have no way to get more supplies.
That's interesting.
And speaking of commander, you can volunteer.
All units be advised. Headquarters.
Well, I'm alone on the map, so nobody needs to
Agree with
vote
you.
for me. That's one of the great things. And you notice there is a few new things, few new stations that have their own purpose.
What's the purpose?
One, operations allows you to order construction of buildings in any owned base. There's currently just one, but if we
But
had...
technically you could go anywhere.
You could go, like, it doesn't matter how far they are, as long as they're connected by a radio signal, you can order construction. So I can open it, and just like classical building, I can set it up anywhere.
Yeah.
You may also notice the bases are a little bit bigger. We wanted people to have a bit more space to build their stuff.
So it's a bit more freedom to create this base as you want it.
Exactly. To fortify, to build it into whatever you need.
Maybe it would be good to cover, like, what was the general purpose to create this headquarter commander mode? What is the high-level vision for it? What is principally different from classic conflict as we knew it and came to love?
Conflict was great. It has great potential, but it was like just one step, and it could be so much more. And that one step is what we wanted to deliver. So it was about taking all those individual features that were developed and polished and put together, and try to tie them into one cohesive whole. So it was all about getting the things to work together and to make sense together and to interact with each other.
And you did it by enhancing logistics?
We did it by enhancing logistics, by adding things like, for example, the supply limitations, for adding the group system. That is one thing you may have noticed at the beginning. Now, drop a character here, and not like that. If I respawn,
All units be advised. CO is considered chaos.
there is a bunch of groups. As you can see, there's one that is for commander, which is me, but there's other groups like assault, recon, and many others. You can even create new groups. As a commander, you don't have to wait for any limitations, and there are limitations. Some groups, like special forces, cannot be started by anyone at any time. You also can't just spam groups openly. There has to be, like, for example, the group has to be at least 60% full before you can make another one of the same type.
I see.
So it's not like there's going to be 5 assault groups, 4 heli transport groups and stuff like that. And each of those groups, they have in them the loadouts. Yeah, currently, as a commander, I don't have that much options because I am a commander. That was my old me. Now I look a bit
Now
different.
you're a completely new man.
Very much so.
And the commander role is supposed to enhance coordination and communication within the faction, or what was the purpose?
Yes, in many ways it was about facilitating communication. Because one thing we notice sometimes on experimental and in generally just the game is that a lot of people were running around trying to figure out, as like one of the first things everyone do when they joined the game was, okay, what is happening? What are we doing? What are we trying to do? There was a lot of like overhead and a lot of informations. Like every time you join in the game, there was like a lot to take in and try to get the...
Yeah, it was overwhelming, let's be honest.
Yeah, and like the average play session is like 1/3 of the average server session. So vast majority of players join after the fighting started and before it ended. And a lot of them leave before it ends. So they are in for their war story, for their deployment, to get the funny history about building an ambush somewhere. And yeah, they join in the middle. So a lot of that is about, okay, I need to orient myself, what is needed, all that stuff. Commander is there to help deal with it, because he is the one setting up objectives, he is the one deciding, okay, these are important things, we need to do that, we need to build bases here, we need supplies there, all that stuff. Speaking of...
Yeah.
And combat support, that's exactly where you do it. That's where you communicate with your people. You can see here there is already set up cease task. But if I want to have, okay, there is a supply depot. I don't know, was it cleared? Was it not? I can go and set in through faction command someone to scout the area.
Nice.
If I already know what's in there, I can send a group to clear it out. Now, few things happen. There's right there's notification. Every squad leader of group that this type of objective is relevant to gets the notification. So even if the squad leader or the commander does not assign it directly, which he can, to a specific group, which I don't have right now because I'm solo, but I could send some group there, or they can volunteer.
Before we jump into more, I haven't been able to pay attention to the chat, so let me ask some questions from the chat
Yes.
for a little bit. And then we will continue with explanation. So let's see what we have here. Will classical conflict be gone now? Can people not play it anymore?
Currently, we're keeping the old conflict for reasons of essentially legacy and to not break all the mods that are built on it. But the official servers will be, at least for now, running on
HQC.
On HQC, yes.
And what's gonna happen if commander is not doing a good job?
Well, you can always kick the commander, or someone can volunteer to take his place. If you're unhappy with your commander, you can very easily volunteer. I can do a better job. And if your faction agrees, then it's now your job to do.
Okay. Understood. And what about commander that you find the most difficult to do? Commander role.
As a commander,
Yes.
that's interesting because that's like from experience, it's match to match. It depends on who is there. Sometimes there's groups that are like organized, and like at that point, I can be like, okay, you guys do your. If you need something, let me know. I have plenty of my table. I need to resolve my logistics. I need to get supplies where they need to be. So if you can keep the front line going, I'm happy to leave it to you. I'll handle logistics. I'll deal with that. If you need something, just ask. Just send a request. Sometimes I have, that was some last internal playtest. We have like 3 engineering teams. And it was like, oh, I have absolutely no need to bother with trying to solve like logistics, engineering, building and stuff. That's 3 experienced groups who are running it, and they're running tight ship. So I need not interfere. But my combats groups are running completely chaotic, so I need to find, okay, this guy probably doesn't even know he's a squad leader, so I'm calling call his team on the radio, go in case someone wants to take over. Hey guys, if you want to take it, you can volunteer, change the squad leader because apparently you're on the objective, your squad leader is not. No reason to push it overboard.
Yeah.
Let's just solve it this way. You want to work with me? Let's do it.
Yeah. And what about base building? So now you introduce the free base building, but how will it change the gameplay?
Oh, that's a massive change. There's several things. First of all, enemy doesn't see your base unless they have a direct radio connection to it. So you can hide things, you can put them in less visible spots, which in time when we have helicopters with rockets and mortars can be important. You don't want to be an easy target. And also, you can use it to, for example, fortify places that are important. One of the fairly popular strategies right now on experimental was to get at least 2 bases near control points. So you have a strong backline there in case the enemy pushes in, pushes you out. You have reserves around to get to it and not make it that easy.
Right. And
So
also, I
it's-
guess recon is way more important than it used to be.
Yeah, because finding out where the enemy is coming from is fairly important.
Do you think that it increased replayability of the game mode?
Yes. Of course, it depends. We'll see with people how they play it, because it's quite possible they just figure out, okay, these are like the most optimal ways to do it on the map, and they settle on some kind of meta, and then we'll have to think about if there are ways to shuffle it around. For example, if we can somehow make the control points be like randomly selected or stuff like that. We will have to think.
Yeah.
We're not there yet. We have to see what the players do.
People say, people are asking basically if commander role is behaving somewhat similarly, like it doesn't squat. Do you know?
Honestly, don't know.
We don't play other games, we only play Arma. Okay. So, supply system received a major overhaul, and you said that you also have now supply limitation. Is the limitation only imposed by having those supplies coming in shipment? So if it's full, it's full, or if I'm gonna run super efficient teams that will take them out every second, I will still reach my limit?
There are limits. There are personal limits. One thing that people like to remember, there was these old players and their 300-400 supply loadouts and stuff like that. Every logistical player knows the pain of refilling the base only for someone to spawn there, buy a vehicle, crash it, and do that again. And
Yes.
the entire truck is gone.
Yes.
So that's not that easy. Right now, everyone has supply allocation by rank. So they have to first earn the right to have that to use that many supplies.
So maybe tell us more about how the ranking system changed, if at all. How will the ranks affect this new game mode?
Ranks changed actually quite significantly. First of all, the progression changed. In the way how it works, it's now more like easy to get the first ranks, harder to get the later ranks, and there's a big change in how you're getting your like the progression points. The rank progression is you get points for completing the tasks, completing the objective. So following orders is a good way to get recognized. Other thing is they're team based. It's not about you alone doing your alone things. The objective rewards everyone in the group that is assigned to it. So you died 30 seconds before you kept the point. That's fine. You're not losing anything. You still contributed. It's still your team. They took it. You get this. You get the XP. It's not just random. Okay, I died. I get nothing. I spent 20 minutes fighting for the control point. Died 5 seconds before the cap. It's gone. No, you still get rewarded. Other thing is we added more rewards for example, things like helping others with medical items and stuff like that.
And what about AI? How does all of this work with AI? Will you be able to assign some orders as a commander to AI groups? Will you, or is it only for people?
Yes. As a commander, you can use AI logistic teams to run supplies. The supply bases that I've pointed out before, you can assign them a logistic team or several, and they will then be waiting for bases to request supplies. And they will automatically choose like who is free, who is closest, all that stuff. If they have supplies to help with that, and then they will load out the truck and try to deliver the supplies, unless someone blows them up along the way. But
understood. Will the number of AI that you can spawn increase when you add extra accommodation, since you can now build your own bases?
Well, yes, because AIs are like the AI budgets are tied to the basis, but there is a global budget that limits it for everyone. So
Okay. Then maybe we should try HQC on a different map, just to show if maybe people were asking us if the ports and those supply depots have been added to other islands as well. Maybe we can try Ireland.
we can definitely try Ireland. One thing, the computer. Sorry, wasn't paying attention. One thing that is quite interesting is that we didn't actually have to add any of those piers, harbors, etc.
And I think we're back. Yeah, sorry guys, we had a little bit of a technical difficulty. We seem to be struggling with internet a little bit today in the studio, but hopefully we restarted it, so should be fine.
Yes. Well, one thing, as I was saying, the one of the interesting things is that the original idea for Reforger was that you can get the supplies only from the from these little harbors and stuff like that. That's why there are so many on the map. It just along the way, as the development progressed, the vision changed based on the current situations, how technologies developed, how things were added, how features were added, and now with all the stuff, with trucks, with helicopters, with all of that, we essentially went, okay, now we have everything in place, we can go back to what it was meant to be.
Understood. And what would you say to the critics of this new game mode who will say that the fact that you pre-prepared all the loadouts and roles, you basically are dumbing down the game?
Well,
no rude words allowed.
To put it simply, any individual feature is more than just itself. It's about how it fits into the whole system. So yeah, it might seem simplified that you can just pick to be a sniper or pick to be a machine gunner and start right away with everything prepared for you. But combine that with the supply ratios, the MSR, and now suddenly one thing that few people noticed fairly early in the test is it wasn't as simple anymore, because now they actually needed to work together.
Oh, communication is difficult. Who would have thought?
Yeah, because there was the wonderful moment. I remember, a lot of people who like to play with the mechanized things, getting the BTR, getting the LAV, stuff like that. There was RPGs everywhere, behind every blade of grass, and it was very difficult to actually get something done without getting immediately blasted. Well, now with the MSAR with the loadouts, and yes, sniper is the most popular loadout.
Can
Now,
you show different loadouts maybe as we are talking
yes,
about it?
since we were talking about it, and
What kind of loadouts do we have now? Because we used to have just one basic one, yeah?
yes, it was one that you could pick, and then you change that. But for example, I am part of the assault group, so there's the generic rifleman, which is fairly cheap. But then there is automatic rifleman, which has automatic weapons. There's grenadier. There is a medic, which has a bag with medical items. There is RTO, which does have a radio. And here the most popular one,
The sharpshooter.
the sharpshooter.
course.
Yes, but there are different based on what group you are a part of.
So every group will have their own
Yes, their own.
sets of loadouts.
Exactly.
That's nice.
So, as I had the story about the cooperation, players joined in, grabbed their sniper rifles, ready to leave, and now BTR rolled into the base, and suddenly, what to do?
What to do?
Because they couldn't just run up and buy the anti-tank weapons, because they didn't have the allowance for it. They had to call in someone from the actual anti-tank team to solve the issue, which made it a lot more fun for the people in the BTR,
Yes.
but also it put some opportunity cost on the choice of taking the sniper rifle instead of taking the RPG or the single shot rocket launchers.
And speaking of the roles, I saw some time before in the chat people were asking how do you change roles? If you want to be a pilot, how do you become a pilot now?
You can change your groups, you can create new groups, you can join a different group and select a different role. So, right now there's groups. Here I am. I'm in part of anti-tank. We need an engineer. I will be an engineer now.
Okay, so during the gameplay you can change anytime if you want to try different roles.
Exactly.
Awesome. And you don't need the special rank to become a pilot, for example?
To join a pilot's group, you don't need a special rank. To start a pilot's group, you need to have a rank that is at least enough so you can actually buy or request your own helicopter. Because being a heli pilot when you can't actually get a heli is kind of meaningless.
Yeah, but the commander can give you a heli at any point. I presume.
Exactly.
Okay, I see. But commander cannot give you a heli if you don't have supplies.
Yes.
Are there helipads located on the map around, or do you also need to build them up?
Generally, you need to build them. And there may be in some places, like in Kolguyev, and
Some pre-made one.
yes, sometimes you can find some pre-existing things. That's also one of the changes for the maps, is that the bases currently are not just like every base is just a tent in the middle of nowhere with 10 guys defending it. Control points are built up as actual military installations.
Okay.
So they're fortified, they have services in them, and they can have significantly harsher defenses. It's not a one-man's job to take out a control point.
Understood. Okay. Then I think for now we're good with HQC. Let's see what else did we bring with this update. Thank you so much, Tholdrin, for showing us, and let's hope that people are gonna test it themselves.
Have fun.
Hello everyone.
And we're back. This time with Mourisson. lead technical designer of Armory Forger, who's gonna tell us about some more exciting things that we have brought to this update, because it just never ends. Do you first want to talk about more playable content, or...?
Let's go to the playable content first, yeah.
Okay, so thus far we only discussed Headquarter Commander, which is our new multiplayer content, but we also have quite a bit of single player to show. What did we roll out this time?
We basically rolled out two things. One of them is in the previous fashion, which is we call it SP02. It's air support. It's mostly focused on helicopters, and it is a bit similar to the combat ops people may know from Everon and Ireland, where you are on an island and you have generated missions that vary, so there is some replayability, and you fly around in a heli and do those missions which vary from destroying targets, providing support. There is even pickup missions and stuff like that.
So you're talking about helicopter missions and you don't expect me to ask one question? HOTAS when?
I think in about 4 hours back, probably.
Show us! Show us! Show us!
Okay.
Come on, community! Help me get the HOTAS!
This is HOTAS.
Ta-da! Show us how it flies.
Okay, at first I will do a little bit of cheating here. Not cheating, but I will change a few things. Okay.
What are you changing?
We don't have a screen on the desktop. Okay.
People will not see what you're
Basically
doing.
what I am doing is that I have here a file that's preset for the HOTAS, and I'm putting it into the folder of the game, which is in the documents, in the Armory Forger profile. And the only thing is I take a file, I sent it myself, but for all you who have friends, your friends can send it to you, or people who use HOTAS. And I will just paste it into the profile folder. And when I start the game, it will load this file, and I can apply it to use the HOTAS setting. So this way people can create presets and they can easily share them.
So why is it not a mod?
Because with mods we run into the limitation that if it would be a mod, and on experimental we did have it as mod temporarily, these mods need to be running on server for you to use them. But with these files, you don't. Because these files are just part of your profile. And now here I have it loaded. And now it uses this, my local profile.
And you need different profiles because everyone has their own different HOTAS and their own preferences on how to set them up, or?
Yeah, because it's various people use various things. Someone likes, even with this one, for me, how I usually use it is that forward, I raise the collective of the helicopter. But for many people out there, I've seen that they prefer that collective is raised by going towards them. So there's a lot of topics that are kinda depending on people, what are their preferences and stuff like that. And this way we focused, in this update, we focused on making it easy to share the whole presets.
Fly, 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 don't talk.
But I'm bad at flying, so you know.
Perfect.
We will see how it goes.
Our project lead, Klamach, is bad at killing people in the military simulation game, so what can you do worse?
Well, for killing people you can activate cheats, for flying it's more difficult.
Chat, please cheer on our lead designer.
You can see that, as I said, there are several missions that we can do. For instance, provide close air support here, and that's what we will go for.
So is the fact that you're bad at flying the reason why it took you so long to finally implement HOTAS that we've all been asking for?
No, luckily no. It just affects my skills at, let's say, playtests and stuff. The implementation time, it depends because it's not so easy. One of the things we wanted to do was to support more than 2 devices, because before we were able to support 2, which is the joystick and the throttle, but we also wanted to give support for the pedals, which we didn't have to, and we had to come up with some new things.
Oh, right.
Which also ties to one thing I will quickly show in the setting as well, because as I said, you can share the configs between people, but maybe for some reason people have the devices plugged in different order, or Windows recognizes them differently. And it might be difficult because for someone this can be device 1, this can be device 2. So what we also did is that in the controls, it's possible to select all the indexes. So if you take the config from someone, you can just fit it. How long before Mourisson? Okay. Is there any win on this? Because, you know, I can vote and then win it. I
Yeah,
can read it.
yeah. Try lasting for 5 minutes. That's
Oh,
what she says.
That's difficult. I thought I'm coming here to present the game and not getting roasted, but I see I misunderstood the goal of this game.
Okay, so what does the HOTAS support actually mean? Is it fully customizable? Does it support all type of controllers?
It is fully customizable, although for now we went with a bit more difficult way to customize it, which is the profile files. It was a more difficult to create and tackle, and we kind of decided to tackle this one first because people also ask quite often if we are gonna do the simple binding as we have in the rest of the game for keyboard and stuff like that. That's something that is planned, but it's not in this update because we wanted to tackle this part first.
Yeah.
And as for the all devices, it still doesn't control wheels, so it doesn't support wheels. We do have the joysticks. We do have joysticks. Throttle. Are you trying to make me crash? It looks like you are.
I'm just looking very intently.
Yeah, I just can't focus. That's it. Otherwise, I play really good.
Yeah.
I'm great.
Yeah, you guys blame me. If you crashes, blame me.
Exactly. Thank you. No.
Hey, come on, keep talking. You're here on the stream to inform our players, you know?
Oh crap. So,
Uh-oh, that's nice and low.
no, that was calculated. Don't worry.
Of course, calculated risk.
Yeah, that's perfect. See?
Yeah. Show some maneuvers, you know,
No,
don't
I
be
think,
so slow.
I think I won't find the target, but I will fly around nicely, right? But in general, yeah, we don't support the wheels as of now, so it's mostly focused on joystick, pedals, and throttle.
Okay. But let's maybe talk a little bit more about the flight model. Like, some people praise Armor Reforger helicopter flight model for its weightiness and authenticity, and others say it's the most annoying piece of junk they've ever experienced. Where do you stand on the issue, and why are the haters wrong?
Well, my stand by this is very much affected on how fast I will crash. If it's until 5 minutes, I think the flight model is not as good. If I last long, I think it's the best one I've played with.
Okay.
But in general, I would say that in design, it's important to listen to haters too, because because someone doesn't like something doesn't mean his opinion is invaluable or stuff. So as long as there are haters, we do listen to them, we take it into the feedback, and sometimes we might change it, sometimes we don't. But I don't mind them. It's another opinion, and I like to gather more opinions on the matter when dealing with it.
Do we have any changes planned to the flight model?
I don't know about any.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so. I don't want to say it like
Well,
no, but
Because
as
we
far
want
as I
our
know.
community to first get good with flying so that they can all be better than you.
Or maybe our developers get.
I don't hope for that, you know, that's too optimistic
Yeah.
for me. Are we gonna have sim racing setup support?
Well, that would require the wheel.
Uh-huh.
And wheels, I don't think I can say anything on it.
Okay. Fair enough. I'm
No,
just
I'm
waiting for
still,
you to
I'm still
crash.
alive.
Yeah, you're still alive. You know, you lost it, I think. Did he last 5 minutes, you guys?
4
4
minutes ago, I still have to last a
One
minute.
more minute.
Well, in that case, I don't know. It's close, right?
Yeah, no, I believe.
No, because this is fairly fine, right? But if I was trying some, like, I don't know if you've seen them, but there are crazy people flying these stuff.
Maybe you should try landing, you know?
No. Okay. This will be the end of the flight if I try landing, but, well, you know, for you, I'll try it. But there are some crazy people doing... I think it's almost intact. See?
Okay, now try flying again.
Nah, it's still
Oh, you guys.
kind of a pro, you know.
Are you impressed? I'm impressed. Exactly, pro gamer.
Okay, so what more do we have in there?
Well, I think that's it for the HOTAS. I don't really see any questions in particular from the community about the HOTAS, apart from the documentation. Where to do the profile in the game files, but I guess we're gonna publish the documentation on social media because it's better if we just share the screenshots so you guys can do it. It's really simple, but we don't have the.
I think I'm crashing now.
5 minutes.
It was 5 minutes. Good.
Oh no.
No, you can't vote.
No! I closed the chat. Fix it. Fix it, Evan! Oh.
I will just check. Oh, no.
No. Sorry guys, I need the
Never mind,
chat.
we have the backup chat.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Okay. Now let's look at maybe the main single player content that we are releasing with this update, which is Operation Omega. It's our first attempt at a sequence of single player mission, right? So it's a mini campaign. It's not very long, but you need to play them in sequence in order to understand the whole story. So let's try it out. What's special about it? What is it about? How? Tell us if we don't know anything.
Well, if you don't know anything, then I won't spoil anything, right?
But fair.
Let's say it includes shooting, it includes some stealth, and for people who played the original Operation Flashpoint, I'm pretty sure there will be few moments when they will feel the nostalgia and a bit of similarity to, as letter of love to some of the great Flashpoint missions.
Why did we make a single player campaign now?
Well, we do in future for something, we definitely need a campaign, right? And you could say we were probably a bit rusty because we didn't do a campaign in who knows how long. So we needed some refresher on how to actually make a good campaign. And the refresher, this is what comes from it, because we also needed to work on some technology like lip sync, which is also one of the features in 1.6. Creating the cutscenes like this and stuff like that. So
Oh, and now we
that
cut to
would be
us
it.
so they don't know what happens in the cutscene.
well, now you will have to play it.
Yeah, well, you know, they will not know how did we end up there.
Or how did we?
How did we? Oh my god, what's happening? This is so interesting. Guys, this is so exciting.
Who's dead? You know him?
Oh my god. Sorry, guys. Okay, well, no, I really don't want to spoil this. Go play yourself. Tell us what kind of experience it is. A full-length experience? How much playtime can players expect?
Depends on what you take
Oh my
as
god,
full
this
length.
is so cool.
Depends on what you take as full length. It's not 120 hours campaign, for sure.
Yeah.
I would say it's 7 to 8 hours campaign, depending on your skill. For me, it might take shorter, definitely, because I'm good at it.
You're good at it.
Yeah. But I would say 7 to 8 hours. And what you can expect in general, I would say, is being taken to some very nice places on Kolguyev, because the whole campaign plays out on Kolguyev. And otherwise,
yeah,
you
that's
will
true. It's really like it's basically a guided tour where people are shooting at you through Kolguyev.
more or less, yeah. Very nice Kolguyev, very much Kolguyev experience.
Yeah, as you can see, it's raining. What happened to the helicopter? Oh, I wish you guys saw that. It was so cool.
Who knows?
You might if you play it.
I mean, based on the previous one, you might say I was piloting it, so maybe that's what happened.
Maybe. So, without spoiling too much, what is the basic premise of this campaign?
Well, as I mentioned before, you go into the island, you shoot some stuff, you destroy some stuff.
But you are alone.
Yes. In most of the missions you are alone, although there is some presence on the island, but the presence is very limited compared to the island, which is being controlled by Soviets and is being used by Soviets as a training facility. So you are trying to go against them.
Okay. So, what's your first objective? Just so we know.
Well,
We're not gonna spoil too much, but Plan B. That's a good start.
our first objective is basically to rendezvous with the forces that are on the island, the smaller ones.
Oh yeah, there are a couple of our guys over here, yeah?
Yeah, which are hidden somewhere in the mine shaft on the north from here. I'm pretty sure you can see it on the map. There's a task, reach RP Cobblestone, and that's where we need to get. So that's our first goal. But of course, as you can see, our landing point, if we can call it landing, was here. And we need to get through city or military site. It really depends. The mission doesn't really have any limitations as to where you can go or what approach you might take. If you just decide to somehow manage to clear out the whole city and then progress to the meeting, you can. So the freedom is in there.
Yeah. And people asking if it's a single player co-op.
Single player only for now.
Yeah. If you guys want to play co-op, we have
Combat
released Combat Ops for Kolguyev. So if you prefer explore the island with your body, then Combat Ops is for you. But this story is yours and yours alone. Alright. I don't know if we can show too much of the campaign without spoiling, so maybe we should move on to something else?
Yeah.
We have some more features to show. We're not done yet.
Okay, so
Let's
I will
maybe
swap us
run.
to
Yeah,
Game
just-
Master.
yeah, exactly. Let's hop into the Game Master, show more of Kolguyev,
Yep.
and
And I think there's other several features we can talk about as well that were included in
Exactly.
1.6.
yeah, you guys, we haven't released in a bit, but it doesn't mean that we haven't been working hard. We at some point, of course, we didn't want to disrupt the Make Karma Not War modding competition, which was really fun, and we encourage you to play the finalists. We were impressed ourselves with what our community managed to produce, so thank you everybody who participated. And if you haven't played those mods, go ahead. But now that, you know, the finalists are there, we were finally ready to give you guys everything that we have been working on all this time when we couldn't release
Yep.
due to the Make Karma Not War.
And it's no shortage of things. There's
Oh yeah.
probably more than I can remember, I would say.
Well, let's try to remember something. What's up with the wind?
Well, the wind is blowing. That's what wind usually does, you know? But up until now, it wasn't really, let's say, blowing that much, because it wasn't really affecting the projectiles that were in the game, which is the change now.
Yeah.
Now, all the projectiles from weapons and RPGs are affected by the wind. We can see that the wind can have various directions, and I don't think there's that much more to say to it, because it affects projectiles. With mortars as well, which impacts how the mortars are to be used, of course, and it relates to something that you've mentioned on one of the previous videos some time ago, which was the sniper's nerf, which came in this way, let's say, because of course there were other possible ways how to nerf the snipers, let's say. We could do some more gamey solutions, right? But this felt more right. Implement something that's more realistic, that's happening in the real life, and that makes it difficult. I can try to show something on the windage by maybe shooting the RPG somewhere and seeing where it lands, but I think that's the limit of what we can realistically do.
Yeah, let's try that.
Let me just check where the wind is blowing from. I will do RPGs because they're easy to see where they should.
Is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind.
But I hope you won't just tell that I'm a bad shot if it misses it. It's because of the windage.
Yeah, you guys, finally you have an excuse
Now
why
it
you
wasn't
cannot
that much.
hit anything.
Yeah, it's difficult to see on the shorter ranges. And I think we have the production version here, so I can't activate the cheats to see the projectiles, but with projectile tracing on, it's much easier to see.
Yeah.
You can also try different maybe RPGs. I'll see if I have Arsenal in here. Different one. Let's go with this one. What more is on your list? More features or more questions for this one?
Well, there is a question, why do RPGs turn into the wind?
Why? Because the wind is blowing. I said it. I don't think there's that much to explain about
I
it.
think they mean the RPG 7 turns into the wind, not with the wind.
Oh. I don't know, to be fair. But I'm pretty sure someone can explain it, but I personally don't know. But I will ask it, because now I'm curious, because it's interesting.
I can explain.
Evan will fix
Yeah,
it.
we have someone who can.
Hey there. The RPG-7 is affected by the wind in exactly the same way as any other projectile. It's moving like into the wind, but unlike normal projectile, the propeller is still burning, so it's pushing it. So normal projectile turns into the wind, but is still carried with it. But RPG-7 pushes itself. So the wind turns it, and it goes. So it goes against the wind, essentially. So it's a bit counterintuitive, but that's literally what's in the what's in the manuals that we had for the weapon.
I will just need a new one, I think, because this one is fired. But I'm not sure if...
But it only happens with RPG-7.
So I have to go and get a different one. But I don't think we will be able to see it anyway, because it's even here. Do you think so? Okay.
We will try.
I need this one, right? Am I blind? Previous screen, and it's...
Scroll.
Language.
Oh, sorry. I'm pretty sure it was low enough so no one has heard it, or, you know, paid attention to it ways. Okay, let's see.
Oh yeah, I saw it.
Yeah,
It's left carrying.
you were right.
Awesome. Okay, so other questions. They say that it's way too easy to be a bush Wookiee in Armor Forger. Have you done anything against that?
Well, we did.
What?
The wind again. No, it's related to the wind, let's say. Because now what the foliage does is that it's moving when you are moving inside of it, which shows that you are in it. Before, it wasn't moving, so if you were inside the bush, let's say, and you were completely hidden in it, there was no way for anyone to say that you are inside the bush. And now the foliage does simulate that movement, and also so do vehicles. So you can recognize it through that, and since we are mentioning the movement of the foliage, that's also that the foliage, and you can see it for instance here on the trees, you can use the foliage to recognize where the wind is blowing. I didn't want to. So you can see these trees, and if I change it to west wind, you can see that they turn to the other side, because otherwise in the game it's kind of difficult to say which way the wind is blowing, because you don't really feel it, let's say. And also sometimes you may need to see how much or where it is blowing in some distance, right?
Yeah.
So foliage is one of those ways. I'm not sure if flags are yet, but probably. So there are some ways how to say the wind direction.
Very important question. Community is asking if Bohemia Interactive has some kind of like imprint technology for long-haired bearded guys, because they are the only ones who appear on the stream with me today.
No.
It's to count the clamage.
That's true. But also Jujurat wasn't, you know...
We don't know that.
You can't say he has long hair. You don't know.
Exactly.
See? So...
But he might.
Maybe he does, and we're hiding the fact that we're cloning it.
Maybe he looks exactly like you.
Maybe I'm not even Jujurat.
Do you look exactly like me? I'm sorry if you do.
I think so.
We had that on.
Oh, and we also counter Evan, of course.
Yeah, but Evan is basically a copy of Clamage. I never differentiate them anyway.
So basically, on the average, we have medium hair.
Fair. Okay, so guys, now you know the important answers to the questions, yeah? But you were talking about the vehicles before, and speaking of vehicles, is there anything new regarding that?
No.
Like no large vehicles.
Oh, okay, maybe. Basically, it's possible to move on the vehicles
Oh,
or
no.
stand on the vehicles while they are moving, which before was impossible. I will showcase it probably using some AI guy and myself. This does bring a lot of options. Even on the experimentals, we've already seen people doing wild things, right? Like 3-4 machine gunners on the back of this vehicle, and then just driving around and bringing death or democracy, depending on which side you're looking at. So as you can see, that if when he starts driving, I can function on the back of the vehicles. There are some limitations which relate to speed, because at some point of speed, if he goes onto some bumps and stuff, it can either throw
Are you
you
gonna-
off or basically throw you unconscious to simulate.
Hey, Macarena.
It's still not as easy to stand on the vehicle
Just like in real
if
life,
it's
I
driving,
imagine.
120 or something. And there's also limitations where you can reliably stand, because for instance on top of this it should work worse. Yeah, as you can see that if there wasn't the back, I would just get
Fall off.
still drop down, because it doesn't really make that much sense.
Okay, so if you made this improvement, why can't you shoot from a passenger seat?
Well, because it's different beast to tackle, let's say. Because if you can see how it is now, we're still using all the animations the character normally has. While if we are to add the shooting from vehicles, we will need to have different animations and change existing animations for every character in every vehicle in every possible seat.
Yeah.
So it's not impossible to do, but it's a large scope of things.
And is moving on top of a helicopter also works? Well, in a helicopter?
Well, not really. One, because you will just glide off it like you did from top of this vehicle, and the other is that if you fall into the blades of the running helicopter, or you touch the blades of running helicopter, you basically turn into kebab, something like that. Well, it's not good for your health. So no.
Yeah. Did we add all of this to field manual somehow?
Did we? I don't think so. No, I don't think the movement on the vehicles was added too.
There's a lot of new stuff in there. But
Show us.
Okay, then maybe it is. I should read
Maybe
it
not
more.
most, but a lot of new stuff.
In general, there's everything that's related to the new HQC conflict. So you can find all the informations about the logistics and control in there. On the movement, I don't think we have it. The movement on the vehicles. But I believe for most of the features, like, where are they? I'm trying to find the one that we can talk about next, which is the anti-personal mines. This is
Ooh.
the AP's mines.
What is it? Just
Yeah,
one?
I think mines, and it has AP as well, no?
Yeah, disarming type of
Types
mines,
of mines.
anti-personal, and there's anti-personal mines. Which is another thing we added, which was fun to make. It's fun to play with if you're the one placing them and not the one stepping into them. And they have some interesting things implemented, let's say. Because we have, of course, two types of the mines. We have American mines and we have Russian mines. And one of the things that's different between those two specific mines is that American one, it can be disabled. Once you arm it, you can still carefully approach it and disarm it. While Russian mines, they can't. They have an arming time of, I think, around 1 minute. But once they are armed,
That's it.
there's no deciding. Oh,
No turning back, that sounds about right.
yeah.
You can use a friend to disarm it.
You can use a lot of things to disarm the mine. Some of those things might protest. For instance,
Constant.
probably soldiers.
Uh-oh. This is gonna be a slaughterhouse.
Yeah, I don't think they will avoid all of them. As you can see, the AP mines are fairly effective. Well, fairly effective. And we also,
Yeah, they're tiny.
at the first we were thinking of how to do them, because the goal of these mines is to eliminate you from combat. They don't necessarily have lethal force,
Yeah.
but what they will do to your body will just make you unable to continue fighting. Which is why in the first iteration we went with just killing the player when that stepped on the mine. We ran it on the experimental, we got feedback from players, we've seen it more in the actions being used by players, and then for some things we went a bit back to the drawing board to reconsider it. And how it works now is that you do have some chance of survival.
Oh, look, he survived.
Yeah, for instance, this guy, he survived it, and he's bandaging himself because it inflicted heavy bleeding on him, but he's still able to survive. But I think he will just run into another one.
Yep.
Well,
Can
it
y-
was well placed.
Can
And-
you go in as a character, playable character, to show how invisible those mines are? They're
Well,
pretty
depending
tiny.
on when you use them, of course. If you use them on the road like this, they're
Yeah.
pretty visible, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
if I go in and I'll place them, let's say, this one. And I place them somewhere in the grass or such, I don't even know which side I put them on because I don't see them. I think
Will
it
they
was
do
this one.
damage to vehicles as well if the vehicle will drive over it?
I think the damage that they would, well, if the vehicle drives over them, they will detonate because there's no way avoiding it, but the damage they do is fairly minimal. But they do still do some damage, and I think that if they are driven over by wheel or some part that it could potentially harm, it can happen. And also, if you're a person,
Oh.
like this, it also depends that the simulation is implemented in a way that it also depends how close, for instance, some parts of your body are to the mine. So if you are crouching and you run into the mine, you have way less chance of survival than if you are standing. Because you are closer to the impact of the mine. So that's how we decided to basically tackle the mines that are kinda difficult to balance to work properly, but not be absolutant for the player.
Yeah, yeah, nice. I got some questions still about walking on vehicles. Doesn't mean that you can fit more people on the back of the truck. If there will be like all the seated place and you can still stand on top of them.
Yes.
Nice. And a question about the wind. Will the wind change on the shooter in relation to the target position, or is it a global variable?
No, as for now, it's a global variable. I don't know how are the plans for future, but for now, on the island, it's everywhere the same currently.
Okay.
For the next thing, I think we had also deployable things.
Yes.
That's also a cool one. I will try to simulate it. I'm thinking of what was our achievement, because usually when we come up with something, there's either, let's say, 3 reasons to do it. One of them is it solves some problem we have. The other one is it's very cool and we want it. And the third one is probably it's very cool and Klamach wants it. So that's the options.
Yep.
I would have to... Do you remember in which arsenal we have that?
Equipment.
Oh.
But you get everything or
Yeah, there's everything, so I can take base plate. And there's several buildable stuff, let's say. One of them is the mortars.
Will the mines detonate if you shoot them?
Yes,
Yes.
they do. I think this is the same for the 80 mines as well. They do detonate while you shoot them.
That's another way to disarm the anti-personal mines if you don't want to use your friend.
Well, but why would you do that?
Why would you keep friends, exactly?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to think if I have everything and where is everything.
Viper.
Yeah, that's the third one. But basically before those things were unmovable, let's say, even the tripods for the turrets, we had them wherever they were placed, you could use them, but you couldn't transport them, and that's something we really wanted to change. This thing. And now you can build them wherever you see it fitting. For the things you can actually build, I believe there's mortars, there's tripods with guns on them, and then there's also sandbags, and sandbags you can use them to build various defensives.
Yeah.
But you always need to bring these things with you. As you saw, they're not really small, I don't think you can bring the mortal in by yourself, as you saw. I had to do several rounds, so it's more for the team to bring it with them as a useful tool to use in the combat.
Yep. Yep. Did we make some movement changes as well? People are asking if they saw some movement changes. I don't know.
What's the...
We made so many changes.
Yeah.
I'm fairly sure we did some changes, but I'm not sure if they're already on this patch.
Well,
Hint, hint.
Too early to tell.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, definitely we will be releasing the changelog, or we've released the changelog, sorry, because it went out with the release. And if you open it, you can try to find it in it, but be warned, it's very long changelog, and
Yeah.
if you see the changelog, you will understand why we don't remember all the things that are in there.
And to be honest, we are in continuous development cycle, so we are already like couple of updates ahead of what releases. So it's a little difficult for us to say what's already live and what is not yet. So stay tuned.
Yeah, I will try to, but I'm not sure how many sandbags I need.
Use the use the shovel.
There. Let's see.
No, should be
Small. Ooh.
Maybe you want to show them how to do it properly so it's easier.
Yep.
Pick up all the sandbags.
that's the only way to do it.
Yeah, that's
I
better.
like the old ways. Now.
Here we observe, chat, the backseat driving.
There you go.
Okay.
Pick up the shovel and press R.
Oh, I see.
And now keep pressing R.
Yeah, or you can just build it, yeah. Interesting. Well, I didn't know everything. I'm sorry.
Works with the deployable weapons as well.
Weapons?
Yes. It makes a lot easier to put the machine guns on top of the.
Everything.
Essentially, yes.
Yes.
All right.
What more do we have?
Well, I think the guys backseat driving did enough of that. So,
So,
let's just see if we have any last questions, chat. Because we're about to wrap up. So
yeah,
please
I can
send your hottest questions for this update before we end.
There's the one if the AP mines is a guaranteed kill, which it's not, as I explained. It has a chance to cause you heavy bleeding, and the chance is affected by several things, for instance how close you are to the impact of the mine, but it's not guaranteed kill. Oh, with addition of the face paint, can we select it in Game Master? That's actually one we kind of forgot about as well. We also, because partly it was done for the single player campaign,
Yes.
we now have a face paints, but their implementation for now is limited, let's say, because if you are spawning in the HQC as I believe the special forces, then you can spawn, your loadout can spawn with a face paint on them, and there's various face paints, but in the game as of now you can't just apply them to your character. It's currently impossible.
Can you make it where you can carry bipod and as backpack and make a PKM or M60 deployable, basically one-man turret?
That's right.
Yeah, you can.
Awesome. Can you explain the night grain?
Why is it? Because people were bad and they were using gamma to cheat around the game, cheat around the darkness, make the night more visible. So we implemented a night grain which makes it pretty terrible to see at night when you have boosted gamma. But
Heh.
it's a thing for the multiplayer. For single player you can disable it so it doesn't affect your campaign walkthroughs or such.
So
And
it's anti-cheater.
yeah, it's anti-cheater.
Yeah, guys.
It's exactly that.
If you hear somebody complaining about the night grain, you know that they have been cheating. Especially on the night map. Call them out. Tell
And
them to play proper.
And I also think, I'm not entirely sure if it's in, but it should be that it's setupable per server. So if servers want to disable the night grain, they can. It's fine. We don't really enforce it absolutely everywhere other than the official servers.
Why can't we play single player campaign together with friends in co-op? because it's designed to be a single player experience. It is designed for you to have the new way of interacting with our cinematic scenes, which are basically more open cutscenes, right? And the whole scenario the story is made for one person, so it will make sense as a co-op. Is GM scenario saving for workshop map planned? So like if you make a GM scenario and you can save it in the workshop and share it with friends.
Oof, that's tough question because there's been a lot of changes to persistence altogether.
Yes.
Very wide changes, and I am not currently sure. I would have
Yeah,
to
but-
ask, but yeah, that's the thing. Like with the amount of the changes to persistence, I am not entirely sure what's the state of it.
Yeah, basically we need to do feasibility study internally what's possible. Are there any updates to the basic training? To onboarding?
I don't think so. No, I don't think so.
No, I don't think so. Basic training is something that helps you to learn how to play Arma as if it's your first experience with Arma Forger. So it's basic walking, shooting, driving, that kind of stuff. And we did not change any of the fundamentals. This update is mostly focused on playable content and new feature release.
Mhm.
So if you are new to Arma Forger, definitely go through basic training first. And then try Operation Omega as a single player scenario, because it will prepare you for the brutal experience that the multiplayer servers have, because it still could be overwhelming even though we improved the rules and the setup. Going against real players is always a little more difficult than our friendly little AI.
Yeah. Are there any plans for the potential co-op campaign in the future? No, there are no current plans for that. I think that's...
Yeah, for now we have done combat ops on Kolguyev,
Yeah,
and that's
which are
the
the
new... Yeah, exactly, it's new co-op, but we don't have any confirmed plans for any
Campaign.
playable
Yep.
playable campaigns for Armory Forger. Will there be any more mechanics for team organization, like who can make a squad? That's maybe more question for HQC, right? Because in
more
general...
for Tholdrin if he wants to. There's a question if there will be any more mechanics for team organization, like who can make a squad.
Who can make a squad? That's gonna be who has the rank, who has the or who has the role as a commander. But other than that, we don't see currently reason to add some special new changes to that.
So come play the game and give us feedback. Our devs are active on Discord and feedback tracker, so if they will hear you, if there will be a lot of comments on certain part of HQC, then we will think of how to best address it. But for now, we didn't see the need for it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It can be well seen with the minds, as I've mentioned it, that if we have enough feedback, then we usually do think about how to implement things differently, or why is the feedback appearing and what's the problematic part, and then address it. So definitely leaving the feedback is worth it.
Awesome. With the present lobby groups and roles for Headquarter Commander conflict, is this something that GM can access for their own scenarios?
The HQC?
Yes, the new preset lobby groups, etc. Can you use it for GM?
No, I don't think GM has the way to create those groups and stuff. They are basically read from the configs, I believe,
Yes.
the preset groups. They are set in the configs for the specific scenarios. So mods can change them for their scenarios, but GM as of now can't currently tweak them.
Alright. I think we kind of covered the biggest of it. Like, the changelog is really large, so we're not going to go through all of the points.
That
So
would take a weekend.
yeah, exactly. Go and try the new update yourselves. Thank you so much. Today we covered Kolguyev, the new terrain.
HOTAS?
HOTAS,
How to
finally.
replace
Yeah, HOTAS when. You guys have to come up with a new question of something when, because otherwise, our community relation group in the name of OV and Evan will be bored.
No, but
And
we,
thank Evan.
Thank you.
but we already have few bets of what's the next one gonna be.
Exactly. So
Periscopes.
Paris.
So I hope I'm gonna win the bet.
Yeah. Don't tell them. Don't tell them. Yeah,
We're
community.
already getting the next one.
There's a lot of ones.
Yeah, so today we explored Kolguyev, our new terrain, Headquarter Commander, our new way to play multiplayer, Operation Omega, the new single-player mini-campaign,
And several other smaller features like the windage, the face paints, moving on the vehicles, and stuff like that.
and the new single-player helicopter mission,
The
where
air support.
Morrison flew brilliantly for 5 minutes plus. And
Well,
that's
there
where
was
we're
no other time limit on the bet. It was just 5 minutes or never crash, and I think that if it was never crash, we would be here for too long. So I didn't want to hold you there, guys.
We will be there for 6 minutes, you guys. Thank you for your patience with us. Now go enjoy the game. See you on Kolguyev. Goodbye.
Yeah.